Setting realistic goals to reduce screen time.
Hello everyone. As parent, we are always worried about excess screen time. My child is spending so much time, either it is television, smartphone, iPad, tablet. It's never ending, right? And every time you see a child with a screen, your BP rises, your anger level increases, you become helpless. But we can't give up, right? We have to try. We know we need to reduce, we know how to reduce, but still at the end of the day we are moving nowhere. So here I'll try to give 5 doable steps that I have tried for myself and find it useful. So the step one is very essential, is track the usage. Sit with the child, track the usage of different apps. It's easy to do so in the mobile, but if a child is watching too much of anime series in smart TV, again, it might be a little challenging, but still there are ways to find out. So find out how much time the child is spending on the smart device. Collectively, you measure it. It takes a little hard work, but it's a good place to start with. So once you have noted down the time the spending, the second step is put a specific and a measurable goal in action. So what do I mean by specific? Say, when I say the word specific, you have to specify whether you want them to reduce the television or mobile game or YouTube surfing. So you say that I'm going to reduce 1 hour of OTT anime series, and you have to make it measurable. Say it by 1 hour, 2 hour, based on how much the usage you have tracked. So remember that there are two aspects of goals here. One is the idealistic goal, and the another one is a realistic goal. See, as per the American Academy of Pediatricians, they say that not more than 1 to 2 hours of either active or a passive. But when it comes to realistic goals, it is not easy to achieve, but we can reach there in a progressive and a inclusive manner. So start from wherever you are, try to reduce. If the child is watching 3 to 4 hours, you bring it down by 50%, then 25%, and then come to the idealistic position. So in one day you cannot expect the child to reduce from 3 to 9 hours that I mentioned in my previous video to 1 to 2 hours. It would be highly impossible, but definitely in a progressive manner we can achieve it. So the second step is to set specific and measurable goals. The third one is having a schedule. So what do you mean by schedule? No, you can have certain places or time in a day where you will not allow the screen. Okay, this will automatically reduce the screen time. I think the very well known, I think every one of us know, but still are not able to, is the tech free zones in the house and tech free times in the house. Tech free zones, like, you do not use screens during your meal. You cannot do not use screen 1 to 2 hours before the bed. And in this, what I say is a particular action. It is just not a child. It would be important that the parents participate in it, because you can't tell the child to switch off his or her mobile or a tab, and then we go on scrolling on the media, whether it is Facebook or Instagram. So the third important, as I said, is having a schedule wherein every member of the family follows it to the T. Again, this may not be possible overnight, but a progressive manner we can achieve where we want. Then the fourth one is having some alternate activities. As a family, come together and have some activities. This is something off late that I have tried and found very useful. Is even if we do for 5 minutes, start with 5 minutes and then go on increasing. Have some board game activities, some reading activities, or any other real life activities where the child is actively involved. you know Teach them how to play Rubik cube, or chess or Ludo, your other board games, you whatever the child is interested, it need not have to be that something I want to. You have to bring up the child in this decision and ask him what alternate activities. It could be outdoor or indoor. Just have some alternate activities, and of that, especially try to inculcate the reading aspect, so that's very, very useful. Again, naturally, at the end of the day, the child has 8 hours apart from his school and the sleep. So in that 8 hours, if you're bringing in some activities, so naturally the screen time will reduce automatically. And the last one is very important here is checking your progress and adjusting accordingly. So what do you mean by checking the progress is, suppose you have your basal usage. Say the child is spending average of 4 to 6 hours, and then you have set certain goals and you track it after end of 1 week, 15 days or a month, and see how much you have progressed. So if your goal was to reduce the OTT timing by 1 hour, suppose the child is accustomed to watching say 3 to 4 hours in a day, and you ask him to reduce it by 1 hour, so you should be able to do like 3 hours at the end of 1 week. And then maybe in the subsequent week you increase the challenge and say reduce by another half an hour. Then subsequently you go on increasing the challenge, and the screen time naturally reduces. So these are the 5. I'm not going to say that very easy, but definitely doable. First, track the usage, set the goals, have a schedule for you and the family. Fourth one is have alternate activities, and then fifth one is track and monitor the progress. I think go ahead and try for yourself and your children and see how it works. Thank you.